Hello everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of Inside Warhawk Football. I'm your host, Sam Matheny, alongside head football coach Kevin Bullis. Coach, against UW-Oshkosh, your offensive line gave great push up front, especially in the fourth quarter, and one of your drives ended up going 8 minutes, which is about half the time of that quarter. Why do you think the O-line was so successful late in the game?
It's really our tradition, and it's our philosophical foundation, is we are going to run the football. We are going to run the football on teams. Nothing's going to stop us from running the football on teams. And the way we look at it is, yeah, early on in the game you might not have the successes that you want and that you're desiring, but we're trying to figure out how to block them better, which plays are going to fit the best, what formations are giving what we need to be able to run the ball better. And, yeah, physically wearing a team down. That is a part of running the football. And when you hang your hat on saying, no, we're going to run the football, yeah, you're not going to constantly have great successes early in a game against a very good defense. In fact, if anything, yeah, it's going to look kind of bogged down, and that's all right. You keep on going, you keep on working through your processes, you figure out what plays and formations are working, you continue to grind and be physical up front, and that's what our offensive line did in that drive. That's that point of breaking point. When an offensive line has now then established its physicality and being able to play that game in that manner, which that has been a base foundation of Warhawk football as long as I can remember.
And against UW-Oshkosh, typically Oshkosh and Whitewater in the past 10 years have been on the upper echelon in terms of who wins the WIAC. Do you think that was kind of all the marbles, or do you think there's still a good chance that lacrosse can pose a threat?
No, there's a lot of teams. I mean, yes, lacrosse is in the hunt, and I mean, there's a lot of football to be played now. There's a lot of football to be played, and Stout. I mean, there's a lot of teams here that are still in this fight and for the conference title. I don't get caught up into those things because, to me, the most important thing we get caught up in is what we got to do today. And you've heard me say that before, Sammy. I mean, the most important thing we do today is have a fantastic practice, and everything is focused on that premise. And with those things said, yeah, now there's you know, it's like our season is like a great drama, you know, of the WIAC. I mean, it's interesting to see each week what's going to happen. Each episode is exciting, and so I mean, it's reality TV at its best.
And UW River Falls is next on the schedule. Coach, what are you going to do to neutralize the high-scoring offense they bring out?
You know, and they have their offense, to me, has really taken another step, and they've always been very productive on their offense. You know, now they're ranked, I believe, number 1 in 4 of the offensive categories for our statistical categories for the WIAC. Their tempo, they're going to get the ball snapped, and they're going to really try to wear us out defensively in the sense of physically, you know, snapping the ball fast and try to tire you out. No, there's a big challenge there because they're running the ball very well, they're throwing the ball very well, and they run a great tempo. So, I mean, that's going to be the key piece, is going to be us minimizing their run game to make them predictable on the pass. And you've heard me say that before as well. That's going to be the key piece, is not allowing their quarterback. And their quarterback's a great run threat. And we go 2 weeks in a row here of playing quarterbacks that can run the ball very well.
Thanks again for your time, Coach. I look forward to seeing you next week.
We'll see you next week, Sammy.
This has been this week's edition of Inside Warhawk Football on UWW-TV.